Hey man, real stay safe shit. You already know what the fuck going on. So today we gotta talk about this situation with Nicki Minaj, where her and her weird situation, man, husband, whatever the fuck you wanna call it, like convicted rapists, they're basically being alleged of being the leaders of a blood gang sets based in New York, and they're being sued for $20 million in damages over their treatment of Jennifer Howe, which is Big Zoo, which is Nicki Minaj's husband's like rape victim. And it's definitely a crazy ass story, and I've like all the details from it are slowly starting to come out. Like there's already been like a whole sort of awakening in the Nicki Minaj shit when like people kind of were investigating this, and like I think they came out with an article that basically talked about the victim, Jennifer Howe, and how she basically was being harassed and not assaulted, but like verbally assaulted, and basically like really just harassed by people from Nicki Minaj's camp who basically came to her and like were trying to extort like her, basically get her to recant her information, and were offering like money to her over and over again, and she had to move. And basically like more details came out where like people, I guess after this whole situation, because she kept turning down the money, they started basically like sending death threats, and I think they sent her a video saying that they were gonna kill her. So it's definitely a crazy situation, so let's get right into this shit. So I don't know if y'all ever saw the video that was posted a couple weeks ago where Nicki went live in Queens, and there were a bunch of people in the background. Apparently they're alleging that like those are like known members of a blood gang set in New York, and they were basically just visiting them to like basically organize some type of shit. So Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty accused of calling shots through NYC blood gang and $20 million lawsuit. Nicki Minaj and her husband Kenneth Zoo Petty are facing some serious allegations. Petty's sexual assault victim Jennifer Howe, who's suing the couple for harassment and witness intimidation, is working with attorney Tyrone Blackburn Esquire, and he claims they are members of a New York-based gang known as Mekk Baller Brims. According to All Hip Hop, court documents cite a recent trip to Queens, New York as evidence, which Blackburn submitted to presiding judge Eric Villatolano. Kenneth Petty and Nicki Minaj were both in this district in Jamaica, Queens, New York, Blackburn said to Vitiliano, as seen on an Instagram Live video currently up on Miraj's Instagram page. Both Miraj and Petty were seen associating with members of the Mekk Baller set of blood gangs. Petty and Miraj are both members of this gang. Shortly after Petty and Miraj were spotted with their gangster colleagues, a member of the gang posted a death threat to Miss Howe on Twitter stating, "Jennifer, if you see this, the Macks are coming to get you." Howe sat down with Real for her first public interview in September and explained why she was filing the suit. In March 2020, Nicki called me and she said, "I got word I was willing to help them out in the situation," she said. "I didn't understand what she was referring to, and she offered to fly me and my family to LA. I turned it down. I told her, woman to woman, this really happened, and I haven't spoken to her since." Howe then alleged Nicki's associates attempted to pay her a large sum of cash to help her with the situation, as she detailed the harassment she experienced. They were sending money to people to negotiate numbers. "As far as money is concerned, it's with my family members, and Nicki's the one who personally reached out to me in regard to helping them in this situation. And then the threats that I received because I kept saying no to every offer, to every suggestion. The last incident was when one of their associates put up $20,000 in my lap, and I still kept saying no. The last message I received was that I should have taken the money because they're going to take that money to put on my head." Howard and her lawyers claim a man named Black, associated with the couple, threatened her on social media after refusing his offer of $20,000 in cash. They say members of the Mekk Baller Gang have been threatening to retaliate against Howe to the point she had to relocate to another state. Court papers also reportedly state Petty and Nicki offered Howe $500,000 to recant her story, claiming he raped her at knife point in 1994. Nicki, on the other hand, believes Blackburn is simply looking for clout after seeking a $15 million default judgment against the couple for failing to respond to the court paperwork, something Nicki explained was accidental. My failure to respond to that complaint was the product of an innocent mistake, and I asked the court to excuse the delay so that I can defend what I believe to be an entirely frivolous case which plaintiff's counsel has brought against me in an effort to use my name to generate publicity for himself, she said in the docs. My husband is approximately 5'9" tall and weighs no more than 175. Further, there is no person who resides in our house or who has present there on September 15, 2021 who fits the description contained by the affidavit service. Howard and her attorney are seeking $20 million. The craziest thing in this thing basically claims throughout the report that she is the leader of the blood gangs, and they're basically calling shots, calling hits, terrorizing this woman. She went on TV to even talk about it, man. It's definitely fucked. I think the whole reason why she's going for the lawsuit too is not because she was trying to get money in the first place, but I think they couldn't do any type of criminal investigation because they didn't have enough evidence of this shit happening, I guess. So now she's trying to sue them. I look at it both ways. I feel like it's definitely crazy, and I kind of believe that they are actually trying to get her to recant, because if you look, Kenneth Petty, he basically had this sexual assault charge on his record, and they moved to California and got a new house, but then he didn't actually go out of his way and report that he was living in the neighborhood. So then they got into a whole different situation, and they're basically saying that he's gonna have to plead guilty to that case and do some time behind bars, or I don't know if it's probation. They haven't even sentenced him yet, but they basically are saying that he fucking because of that, not reporting himself, that he's gonna have to do time. So I guess that their plan was to go out of their way to reach out to her, get her to recant her statement. In doing so, she would be able to finally move with her husband to a new state, and he wouldn't have this hanging over him for the rest of his life, because he has to report as a sexual predator or some shit on one of those database websites forever. Honestly, I feel like that's kind of her fault, but she's dating this dude because he's one of the alleged leaders of the Mekk Baller Blood sets in Jamaica, Queens. So I think she just, I don't know, I think she just wants somebody that has real power. She had Meek Mill, but that nigga didn't, his power was lagging for real. Now she needs someone with that real street power, because she wants to be able to call shots on whatever the fuck she wants to do. I feel like it's definitely some cynical shit, and it's gonna be interesting to see what you have. I mean, Nicki Minaj has the best lawyers in the game, so I don't know, but if they could prove that there's probably a way that they can prove to it, and if there's documented video of them saying that they're gonna get her, that's the stupidest shit. It's literally self-snitching. Plus Nicki is posting videos with these people, if they actually have those ties, and the police are able, or I don't even know if the police even have to, because this is civil. If the lawyer's able to match them to the gang, bruh, it's a done deal. I would say it's pretty likely that it's true, and it's real evidence. They came in receipts and shit. It's kind of fried, and it's kind of stupid. I feel like people are not really thinking. You have to be on drugs to think that this shit would work. Intimidating people, if that really is the case. But it's really, it's innocent until proven guilty, I guess. But in this situation, if there's real evidence, it's not really. I'm just confused though, why the fuck they're going for a civil complaint instead of doing an actual criminal complaint, unless there's something like that happening too, because now it seems like you really do trying to go for the bread. So it's kind of interesting to me to see why they figured the number 20 million was fair. Also, why the fuck did they even do some civil shit at that level? Why not do a whole fucking criminal investigation? That's the one thing I'm kind of weirded out about. But hey, let me know in the comments, you think this shit is real, or you think this shit is cap? Because it's kind of a crazy story, and there's a lot of different angles to it, and I just hope it's not true, but it's looking with the evidence that there could be something here. Or do you think that she's trying to go for money, and she's really just trying to get her pockets up. But the only thing I wonder is if she was trying to get her pockets up, why wouldn't she just recant her statement, you know? But it's already too late. The nigga served the time, so we'll see what the fuck's gonna happen next. Real stay safe shit. You already know what the fuck going on. Like, comment, subscribe. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram, Twitter, all that shit. Peace.